There are a lot of culturally contentious terms around these days, aren't there? So my publisher suggested I send the novel I'm writing to a sensitivity reader for some advice. Well, I bunged it over to my neighbour, retired Army Major Bob Crazy Dog Fossington, who's a writer himself, mainly to the comments section of online newspapers. Well, Bob's just got back to me, and he says that in his opinion, the novel is not acceptable to be published in its current form because there is a large number of culturally sensitive terms Bob feels should be included. And he sent me a list here. Well, I guess I've got some editing to do. Joining me this evening on my right, Elizabeth Down, a modern European history student who has recently started salsa classes. Thea Ralph, a history student who's seen every gig of the 1975, including a performance at Swindon Leisure Centre. And their captain, Rachel Young, a classic student who got left behind in the gift shop during a school trip to Vesuvius. United by a passion for haberdashery, they are the Stitchers. Rachel, your first-time quizzes, you were giving it your first go and you won your match outright. Was it easier than you expected?
It was definitely more exciting than we expected, I think, but easier, maybe not.
Well, as a viewer of the show, obviously you wouldn't think it was exciting at all. In the studio, things can get quite tense. You are facing this time on my left. Michael Tiggeler, a freelance numismatist whose favourite film is Napoleon Dynamite. Eleanor Young, a charity manager who's been driving for 5 years and has never parallel parked. And their captain, Stanley Thomas, a client services executive who was a cute baby, according to the Spice Girls. United by their football fandom, they are the Gunners. Now, Stanley, your team has never done a TV quiz before either, but you have a pedigree. Who have I met before?
My dad was on this show, I think, 3-4 years ago, and didn't get past the first round. So we're hoping, as I think all boys are, that I can finally beat my dad.
Your dad is Nick from the Electrophiles.
Nick from the Electrophiles.
Lovely. And do you think he will be wholeheartedly pleased if you guys win the quiz?
I hope so. But I also hope there's a bit of him that's sour so I can really rub it in his face when we get there.
Well, you won your first heat, both teams did, and you also won the toss, Gunners, so please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
We will have the Eye of Horus, please.
Eye of Horus it is. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Is it track, like chart positions, maybe? Obviously, it's a David Bowie song. Anything?
How long is
Yeah, how long it was, how long it was in the charts for, how long it took.
Have another one.
Next, please.
Oh.
That's also a
That's
song.
also a song. Is it like to do with the lyrics?
Reach to the first
Jackie Rose.
Oh, it's. They count down in the song, don't they? Space
Do they?
Odyssey. Next, please.
That's good. Ready to rumble.
I think it's.
What's the 9 to 1?
Yeah. Let's go. That's Ant and Dec, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it might be how long it took 2 space odyssey. Next, please.
1 second.
This is their first appearance in the charts and their second, and the time between the 2 appearances.
Very well done. This is about re-releases. So 5 to 1 in the case of Space Oddity means how long it took to get from position 5, where it peaked on its first release, to number 1, which was 6 years later. What were the circumstances of the re-release of Killing in the Name? Do you remember?
It was a protest number 1 to the X Factor songs.
Exactly. It was Rage Against the Machine. It's because the X Factor single was always the Christmas number 1, and that year it was re-released and beat it to number 1. Let's Get Ready to Rumble. Do you remember that track?
Ant and Dec?
It's Ant and Dec.
Yeah.
And it was re-released as a charity song. Why do you think it's spelt like that?
Is it because it was for Biker Grove? Is it like a Biker Grove thing? Or...
No, it was literally because the phrase "Let's Get Ready to Rumble" had been trademarked by the boxing announcer Michael Bumpton. Couldn't use it like that, so you had to spell it differently.
Nice.
Very well done. Stitchers, what would you like?
Horned Viper, please.
OK, the Horned Viper it is. These are going to be picture clues. What connects them? Here's the first.
Poison. Yeah. Next, please.
Like a scale, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Next, please.
Hammer.
Poison. Hammer.
I mean, yeah.
Next, please.
Oh, what kind of cat is that? Is it like a cheetah or something? No, I don't know what cats are. Hammer, poison. Isn't there there's a band called Poison? Is that relevant?
Poison.
It's got like sun at the end. maybe.
2 seconds.
We think these are all part of the game Cluedo.
I mean, they do constantly update Cluedo, don't they? And they bring in new characters and so on. As far as I know, these are quite a gory Cluedo. Not it, I'm afraid. They were a nice guess. Do you know Gunners?
Are they kinds of glasses?
For example?
Tortoiseshell glasses.
Oh, nice. No. The key to this question is the cat. That is not representing any old cat. It is representing Schrodinger's cat.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
It's a thought experiment. The idea of the experiment is you put a cat in a box with a radioactive substance. As the substance decays, it releases the hammer to drop onto a flask of poison that poisons the cat. So at some point during the process, the cat will die because the poison's released, but you're not looking, so you don't know when. So, to the observer, the cat in the box is both dead and alive. That's Schrodinger's cat, because you don't know which it is until you open the box. I mean, I said it would be grisly for a game of Cluedo. It's pretty horrible for any kind of thought experiment. The various things that's in the box with Schrodinger's cat. No points there. What would you like for your own question?
We'll have twisted flax, please.
The twisted flax. What connects these clues? Here's the first.
Things that are rocking. Sidekicks. Next, please. That's Indiana Jones's dad. So that's it.
The dad on.
Indiana. Could be sidekicks in films. Next, please. I think
It's just Sidekick.
I think it might be. Do you want to go for sidekicks? Yeah. I think it might be. I'm trying to go for it. Sidekicks.
Tell me something else.
Sidekicks that go on adventures.
I'm not going to accept that, and I'm going to tell you exactly why in a moment. But first, I'm going to show the last clue to the Stitchers for a possible bonus point.
Animated?
Yeah, are they animated?
I mean, that's not it, apart from metaphorically. Clarissa Dixon Wright was certainly an animated presenter, but no. And this is all to do with people who travel in sidecars. So Robin, in Batman and Robin, he travels, you see, in the sidecar on the edge of the Bat bike. Gromit, obviously, in the Wallace and Gromit. Clarissa Dixon Wright, partner of Jennifer Patterson in The Two Fat Ladies, and they would travel about. And Henry Jones Sr., who's that?
Indiana Jones's dad.
Indiana Jones's
Sean
dad,
Connery.
and there's a bit where they travel along as in a sidecar. Now,
that.
I was looking at it because, in a way, I mean, Gromit and Robin are sidekicks. Clarissa Dixon Wright, she wasn't a junior partner, they were equals, but I think I have fond memories of Nick from the Electrophiles, and if I allowed you to say that the father is just a sidekick, just a junior, a lesser partner, I couldn't take the controversy. So no points on that one. Stitchers, what would you like?
Lion, please.
Lion. What would be the connection between these four clues? Here's the first.
I don't know.
Next, please. I think that's a fun name.
Yeah, it'll all be the same thing, but should we get another?
Next, please.
Oh, come on.
Etymologically. Well,
It's
it
Greek.
means big O.
Is it?
Yeah, omega.
Okay, oh, right.
A big O.
Okay.
And maybe the Montreal Olympic Stadium is set on big O.
Yeah,
Should we
can we get the
just
last
in
one,
case?
just in
Next,
case?
please. Maybe his name was Big
Big
O.
O.
I think these are all big O.
Yes, they are, and you knew that after 3 clues. You could have buzzed early. Tell me what you know.
So omega etymologically in Greek would just mean big O, and that was the only one we had.
What's the little O?
Omicron. So
Omicron,
little
exactly
O,
so.
yeah.
Royal, that was his nickname, the performer. Montreal Olympic Stadium, that's, I guess, because it's a sort of oval, donut kind of shape, nicknamed the Big O, and that's a mathematical thing. The first one is notation in computer science. Big O stands for Ordnung. But based on the one clue you knew, that is correct. Back to you, Gunners. What would you like?
We'll have water, please.
Water. What connects these clues? Here's the first.
Okay. That's a kind of factory. Yeah. Anything else?
Factories they invented.
Next, please. Okay.
Things they carried on.
Yeah, that's. I think that might be it. Things they carry around. Next, please. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that would be my guess. Do we want another one to be safe? I think I might go for it.
Yeah.
You want to go for it? Things they always had on their person.
Tell me exactly what you mean by things they always had on their person.
things
to give out to other people, potentially.
He's so weird. You know that about John F. Kennedy, surely. He'd always give people a whale tooth, especially children. I can't take it, I'm afraid, so the fourth clue will be shown to the Stitchers for a possible bonus point.
We think they were buried with them.
Not things they had on their person, things they still have on their person. They were buried with them. Which did you know of those clues?
I think we just sort of
Just kind of
guessed on vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. Why would he have a whale tooth?
Yeah.
Yes, he had a whale tooth buried with him. George Burns, of course, was known for the cigars. Roald Dahl, that ghastly old anti-Semite, he always did have a box of chocolates on his person that he'd offered to guests, probably not Jews, but, you know, other people. He offered them there. And anyway, he was so associated with that chocolate, they buried him with it. And Bela Lugosi, who was that? Why would he have a cape?
It was Dracula.
He was Dracula. He played Dracula, and Dracula from the first film, and the cape was buried with him in the coffin. I feel like I ought to say I do think Roald Dahl was a good writer. Just, you know, not a nice guy. So well done, you get the bonus and you get the last question of the round. The bad news is... The two reads as the music question. What connects these? Here's the first.
You had me, you lost me, you wasted, you caused me.
Next, please.
Maybe a buttercup. Maybe flowers.
Flowers. Get another one just in case. Next, please. Should we just say flowers? We think they all have flowers in the title.
They do not all have flowers in the title, I'm afraid. Unlucky. So we'll play a bit of the fourth clue to the Gunners.
Jump up and down and move it all around. Mix it up to the sound. Dig a hole in the ground.
Yes, it's a building.
Building is the connection. Unlucky because we did hear Build Me Up Buttercup, the foundations, and Lily the pink, the scaffold. But the first clue was You Had Me, Joss Stone. No flower in that one. And the last one, of course...
Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder. So the names of the performers all relate in some way to the building or construction industry. That means at the end of round one, the Gunners have 2 points, the Stitchers have 2 points. And it's time for round two. What would you like this time, Gunners?
Ooh, we'll take the Horned Viper, please.
OK, you'll be seeing the first in a series of clues. What would you expect in fourth place? Time starts now.
Andrew, Jonathan, next, please. These are presenters of the Today programme. If that could be tough, I'm not going to get it. Can we get the next one, please? So it's the new chief news editor. Yeah. Chief political editor. So who is it now? Is it? That's not Amal Rajan. Who is it? Who did they give it to? Oh, who did they make it? Political editor.
Please.
It's the political editor of the BBC. Oh God, no, I can't think. That's really annoying. Who is it? I don't think it is. It's not. Rajan.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. So another bonus chance for you, Stitchers.
No, that's what we would have guessed.
We were going to
as
guess
well.
that as well.
I think you know it's a series of political editors of the BBC, but next after Laura Koonsberg, Chris Mason took over in 2022. Unlucky. What would you like, Stitchers?
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. These are going to be picture clues. What would you expect the fourth picture to show? Here's the first.
Could be. Okay, next.
Yeah, next, please. The sunrise. It's a drink. A sunrise cocktail.
Yeah, she that's
Next, please.
sunrise. That's shrimp.
Yeah, like a political way. It's like a...
Yeah. It's going to be like a song or something. Isn't
Yeah.
Sunrise. I don't know.
That's kind of new as well. A picture of an alligator.
And where would that be?
Maybe something to do with New Orleans, but we're not really sure.
It's not a picture of an alligator, so a bonus chance for you, Gunners.
Marine of a poor boy.
Okay, so it's one.
I think so.
The number one.
It is the number one. And why?
These are the lyrics to The House of the Rising Sun.
Exactly so. It is New Orleans at clue one. And next is...
The Rising Sun.
Shall we sing it to help the viewers? Starting as low as possible, like the lowest note you can do. Start there. La. Maybe like there. There is a house in New Orleans. Now you can go up a bit. They call the rising sun. And it's been the ruin of many. It's a poor boy sandwich, poor boy. And Lord, I know I'm one. There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and 1 is what we want to hear for the last line. Well done, Gunners. And what will you choose?
We'll have the lion, please.
OK, you'll have the lion. What would come forth? Here's the first.
It's a book.
Yeah.
I think it might be that. Well, let's see. Next, please. Never mind. Is it Down Tudors? It's maybe Stuarts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So what's the
order?
royal houses? So
Tudors, Stuarts.
It's gorgeous Georgians. What's the next one? So Victorian. It's a vial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vial. ...
Very well done. The answer is a vial. Good early buzz. What is happening here?
These are the descriptors of different royal houses in the Horrible History books.
In chronological.
In chronological order.
Exactly. So it's not the order of publishing of horrible histories, it's the order of the royal houses. So terrible,
Tudors,
slimy,
Stuarts,
gorgeous,
Georgians,
and vile.
Victorians.
Exactly so. Well done. Stitchers, what would you like?
Water, please.
Water. What would come forth in the water sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Oh, it's got one's hidden in the first one and two's hidden in the second one. So 2 words, so you have 4 hidden in the next. So,
You are.
yeah, like
Or
of
something
hour
that ends
would be
F.
fine.
Yeah. I think of hour.
Oh, vowel will do. You've seen what the puzzle is. Talk me through it, please.
So they've each got hidden in them the number 1, 2. So honey has 1 in the middle, and then get wool has 2 split across.
Exactly. So there's 1 in the middle of honey, 2 in get wool. We had North Reekie at 3 and bluff ourself, which is a sort of grammatical abomination. Yours still works at clue 4. I mean, this is so daintily done. There's actually 1 letter either side of 1 to begin with, 2 either side of 2, and so on in these particular examples. But you're right, hidden numbers in the middle is the connection. Back to you, Gunners. What's it to be?
We'll take the 2 reeds, please.
The 2 reeds. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Oh, these are Game of Thrones houses. I think. So, next, please. Never mind. I had my good breweries. But what's the order? What's the order? Yeah, but then what would the thing be? Next, please. That's ginger beer. So, is it kinds of beer? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the 4th would be in that sequence.
Figure out where's the sequence.
Samuel Smith.
It's another kind of beer, just something.
Somebody else's.
Something like a brewery. Yeah. Camden Town.
Not it, I'm afraid. Stitchers, what do you think it is?
Thatchers.
Not it either. It's the Grand National. These are sponsors of the Grand National. It was sponsored by Martell, then John Smith, then Krabby's, and it's currently Randox. Have you ever watched it?
No.
Have you ever watched it?
No.
Have you ever turned up and tried to stop it happening? Absolutely off the radar, the Grand National. Randox was the answer. No choice for you at the end. Twisted Flax will be the last question of round 2. What will be the 4th in this sequence? Here's the first.
Oh, right. Is it like a word one again? Is there 1 letter? There's 3 of them there. Next one.
Next one, please.
Could be.
But it's 3, 2. The nothing. There's got to be one where there's
Universities or something? Should we do that?
Should we do the next one?
Yeah.
Next, please. Where is there nothing of? It might be
Yeah, I don't know.
military bases.
Yeah.
Because there's quite a few things. It's a county where we think there might not be one.
I don't know. Just anything.
0 in Buckinghamshire.
Not an acceptable answer in the sequence, I'm afraid. Last bonus chance of the round, Gunners.
Is it 0 in Rutland?
0 in Rutland would do. We've got Dorset. What sequence is this?
Is it number of cathedrals in particular counties?
Actually, no. And it's funny you should say that, because, no, that wouldn't quite work, because there aren't 2 cathedrals in the south. It's number of cities. Number of cities. There are 3 official cities in Cambridgeshire. What do you think they are?
Cambridge, Peterborough, and Ely.
Where the big cathedral is, exactly. 2 in Staffordshire, Lichfield and Stoke-on-Trent, St Albans in Hertfordshire, so we just needed a county with no cities, and we went with Dorset. You're unlucky, actually, because Buckinghamshire would have been accidentally correct, except Milton Keynes was recently declared a city. Bournemouth, of course, not a city. Do you know the joke? I've been to Bournemouth. In Dorset, yes, I'd recommend it to anyone. Which I would, by the way. They have excellent mini-golf. I'm a big fan of Bournemouth. That means, at the end of round 2, the Stitchers have 5 points, the Gunners have 7. Connecting wall time now, and Stitchers, it's your turn to go first. So please choose lion or water.
Water, please.
You have 2.5 minutes to solve the water wall, starting now.
So we've got
Types of dog.
citrus
Oh, yeah, citrus.
as well.
these
Grapefruit,
are also different
clementine,
kinds of
zatzuma.
Oh, yeah, so maybe
Yeah.
dogs, coasts.
Should we go?
Citrus
I think
fruits.
grapefruit,
Yeah.
zatzuma, yuzu, and pomelo. Should we citrus?
Okay.
Okay.
we've got that.
Clementine as well, isn't there?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Did we want
So
to do the
should we
dogs?
do some dogs, yeah, so
Boxer,
boxer,
pom.
pointer as well,
Oh,
and
teachers.
dump.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, great.
So did you say coast? We've got Amalfi, Dalmatian.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's got to be like a word.
Skeleton, maybe.
What's Jacobite doing?
Yeah. Is that like a word?
Oh,
one,
Jacob at the
maybe?
start, Clement at the start.
Do you think there might be?
There might be,
popes?
or like just people's names.
Names.
No, that didn't go very well.
Should we do coast? Amalfi,
Amalfi, Dalmatian.
skeleton,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
Pomelo or Kazine. I don't know,
Yeah,
one of
that's
those.
fine.
Okay.
Okay.
should we do?
Pomelo.
Should we try it?
I think pomelo might be the.
The citrus fruits. So try
Yeah.
citrus
Yeah.
fruits again then.
This feels like. Oh, this
Grapefruit,
But that's
yeah.
what we did last
So
time.
clementine then. Oh, sorry, I think we just got to choose a. Try leave grapefruit out this time, and then leave
Okay.
satsuma out.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've got our coasts and we've got. Whatever the other one is.
Something.
Okay.
It'll be like a word one, won't it? Usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Indigo coast, maybe.
maybe, but should we have it? So.
Should we just do 2 more?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wait, so what if we tried? Should we try Dalmatian?
Maybe this is types
Maybe
of blue.
turquoise. Yeah.
This is a
oh,
blue.
Kazine is
Yeah.
blue, so.
Maybe these are
Yeah.
coast.
Wait, so.
Maybe
So
this is a
what's
blue.
blues?
That's a blue.
So what were definitely blues?
Amalfi,
turquoise.
indigo.
Should we try them?
Just try it, yeah.
Yeah.
These ones.
For coats. Yeah. Wait, start we leave with.
No, not this one.
Ah.
These ones for coasts.
No.
Oh, it wasn't.
That's it. That's your third life of the wall has frozen. But you found 2 groups, and you'll get more points for the connections. What connects Boxer, Akita, and so on?
Breeds of dog.
They're simply dog breeds. And the next group, Clementine, Grapefruit, and so on.
All citrus fruits.
They are citrus fruits. And you can get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find. So let's resolve the wall. There we are. Turquoise, Dalmatian, Skeleton, Amalfi.
These are all coasts.
Those are the coasts. Yes, the Skeleton Coast in Namibia, almost completely uninhabited, but people have been shipwrecked there and animals have died there, so it's covered in bones. Lovely. And the next group, Jacobite, Kazin, and so on.
These are all shades of blue.
They are not all shades of blue. They are rebellions. So the Jacobite rebellion, more than one Jacobite rebellion, but mainly the 18th century ones, Kazin in Yugoslavia, Indigo in Bengal, and that's Satsuma rebellion in Japan. But you found 2 groups, you gave me 3 connections, that's a total of 5 points. Let's bring in their opponents now, give them the other wall and see how they fare. Gunners, you'll be getting the lion wall, 2.5 minutes of course, starting now.
Okay, so Egyptian emperors, so Cleopatra, Khufu, Tutankhamun, and Ramses.
Yeah, there's also
Hatshepsut. Let's cycle through a couple of these, shall we? Anything else we see?
There's shops, there's Next,
Um,
All Saints, Oasis.
Yeah.
Oh, is there another one that
There's
we're
also
missing?
rock
Monsey.
bands as well with Haim.
So, there you go. So, what are the rock
So-
bands? Haim,
Oasis.
Kaiser Chiefs, Oasis, and Bananarama? No, Bananarama and
Do the
Oasis are both
shops, do the
twos.
shops, there's
Yeah,
All
okay.
Saints,
Monsoon,
Next,
All Saints next.
and Oasis.
Nice. So, okay, so
Okay.
Haim, Kaiser Chiefs, and Bananarama are all bands.
Okay. Golden Arrows.
I would have said Eternal is probably more
Yeah.
likely, but
What
what's
does that
the
leave us
other
with?
thing? Yeah.
What's Amazulu?
I don't know.
Maybe another band.
Anything that isn't wordy.
Yeah.
That
Kaiser
doesn't-
Chiefs
no,
are
that's
also
not
a
the
South
rest.
African football team.
So they might
Which-
go with Amazulu's Golden Arrows.
Yeah,
maybe.
that, and then Swallows,
Swallows.
maybe.
But then what?
And then the other ones is just musical acts of female musical acts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, we'll see.
Give it a try.
Okay.
You solved the wall. Very well done. So that's 4 immediate points, and you'll get more if you can tell me the connections. What links? Oh, I'm so glad that one came up first. Hatshepsut and so on.
These are ancient Egyptian emperors.
I mean, if only there were another
Pharaohs,
word.
yeah.
Pharaohs is almost even better.
Thank you very much.
And the next group, All Saints, Monsoon and so on.
They're just like high street shops.
The high street retailers, exactly so. And the next group, Amazulu, Golden Arrows and so on.
Are these African football teams?
Can you be more specific?
South African
They
football
are
teams?
South African football teams, and well done. I like the way you calculated, based on the Kaiser Chiefs, what likely football team names would be. Good work. And the last group, Eternal, Bananarama and so on.
Bands, all-female bands?
They are all-female bands. So that is another 4 points for the connection and the bonus for getting it all correct, which I say you deserve, because I think you showed knowledge and lateral thinking there, which the game is all about. So that's a maximum of 10. Let's have a look at the scores going into the final round. The Stitchers have 10 points, the Gunners have 17. Time for the missing vowels round. We've taken clues, we've taken out the vowels, you remember the rules. Fingers on buzzers, please, teams. I can tell you that the first group of disguised clues are all good films. Stitchers?
Good Will Hunting.
That's it. Stitchers?
Goodfellas.
Yes, it is. Stitchers?
As Good as It Gets.
Well done. Gunners?
Good Morning Vietnam.
That's it. Next category, great films. Gunners?
The Great Escape.
Yes, it is. Stitchers?
The Great Detector.
Not a film, I'm afraid. Gunners, do you know?
The Great Dictator.
Dictator is the Chaplin film. Next clue. More obscure one, this. The Great Outdoors. Next clue. Gunners?
The Great Gatsby.
Yes, indeed. Next category, things you might see on the lock screen of a mobile phone. Gunners?
Padlock.
Yes. Stitchers?
Time and Date.
Yes, you do. Gunners?
Favourite child.
Some people do. Gunners?
Battery life.
And battery life. Next category, other names for a dandelion. Gunners?
Lion's tooth.
Yes, it is. Priest's Crown was that dandelion name, but the bell has gone for the end of the quiz, and the winners, with 25 points, are the Gunners. Very well done, you are still in. Stitchers, you finished with 13. Very well done, you are still in. There is no going home. We will see you all later in the competition. Thank you. And thank you for watching. Please join me next time when the teams will include a contestant who can tell you the title, transmission date and full cast list of every episode of Doctor Who ever made in order. I mean, I haven't actually been told that, but statistically, let's be honest, it's pretty likely. Goodbye.